Hello, Monica here again. Today's Tuesday. What is it? 26, 27? Gosh, I don't even know now. I have a Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards deck. I want to do a one card pull for you, if you'll allow me to. Again, I'm here at my coffee shop that I like, called Heavenly Donuts. How fitting, right? Angels and Ancestors, Heavenly Donuts. Their coffee's so good, and I typically get the black raspberry filled jelly donut. My favorite. I remember back in the day growing up when Dunkin' Donuts had so many variety of donuts, way more than they have now, that black raspberry was on that list. They had so many donuts. So many. Back when they, not when they first came out, but you used to be able to sit at the counter with an actual mug. My mother would get a coffee and a donut. I would get a hot chocolate with whipped cream and a donut. And those were the days. Times have changed. And, since social distancing and COVID and, just the world changing and people evolving, I can go in there and sit and have my coffee or whatever. They have tables and booths and stuff, but I'm doing a card pull here for you. So yeah, but yeah, I remember being able to sit at the counter with my mom at Dunkin' Donuts when I was little. I could pick out, and there were times when I had different likings. I had different periods of liking the all chocolate with glaze, the Boston cream, the jelly filled. Sometimes I would even have a plain donut. Sometimes I would. Old fashioned, whatever you want to call it. But and I remember, did it have? Why am I thinking that? It was a donut, but with a little thing on the end. It looked like kind of like a cube, but not through it. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. If anybody remembers, is old enough to remember. I'm 57. I'll be 58 this year. So, if anybody remembers, please chime in. I don't know where I came up with that. Was that a thing, or? Let me get off that topic anyways. So, yeah. Let's see. What have we got now? I already said a prayer. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, give us a card for today, please. For Tuesday. Whatever the day after Memorial Day is. I don't even remember now. I think I was just in there. I think it's the 27th. But don't quote me on it. When I do the title, I have to check so I can put the date on it. Or do I even have to? I don't know. Such a Virgo. Let's see. Let me pick a card. Angels, ancestors, guides. Angels. One card. One little card for the collective. Such a gray day, but it's nice out. It was like 78 today, I think, here in Connecticut, however you say it. I'm from Connecticut. That's how I say it. I don't know how other people say it, nor do I care. Okay. Guardian, take time to reflect. Mirror Guardian, where is it? Mirror Guardian, 110. Where are you, Paige? Maybe 110 has a spiritual meaning to it. Maybe it's 11. 110. Maybe it's 11. Because I think 0 is nothing, right? I forget. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Okay, message. Take time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. There's a section here that says about. There's the message, about, and then there's extended message. So the message I just read, about, angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you. Where am I? Invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are, in fact, what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within the Mirror Guardian within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you realize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. The extended message is, you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Oh my gosh. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to know all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular, those aspects of yourself that you feel you have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. Wow. Why am I so emotional? I've been so emotional. I don't know if it's what's been going on with these stars and planets and whatever. Yeah, but that, like, I've been through so much myself. Not to talk about myself, but I mean, we can learn from each other, right? Beautiful card. Mirror Guardian, huh? Beautiful card. But I went missing in 2020. I was a former Jehovah's Witness. Religion kind of, well, that whole thing is a cult anyways. I don't care what anybody says. But being manipulated, sure, I allowed it to manipulate me, so I have to take accountability. Absolutely, 100%. But I believe that it was part of my journey. Not that I had to go missing in the woods, but maybe that was, what I signed up for before I came here. And just to know all the challenges I've come to. My oldest daughter doesn't speak to me, and I can't see my grandson. I take accountability for my actions. And I still have hope that one day she, we all have healing that we need to, we need to go through. And I'm still healing myself. So, and I could never say that I was a good mother, really. used to beat myself up all the time. It's amazing how far I've come. And who knows where I'll be in the future, but there's still times when I struggle with, I'm sure it's depression. I don't want to keep repeating those words. But sometimes I don't have any drive to do anything. I drive for Uber because I'm tired of working for people's attitudes. A lot of people are in their egos. So I've taken it upon myself to work for myself now. I work as much or as little as I want. But yeah, I've gone missing, and I've been in bad relationships my whole life. Absolutely have to take accountability for it, but it's also generational traumas, generational curses, however you want to look at it. And since I was, we are spirit beings first and foremost, I'm going to say that, that's part of what's in the Bible, the generational curses. And if we don't heal those problems, those situations, talking about things that we've done and we repeat. I was molested, so that continues into the family, but and how you treat your children oftentimes is the way your mother treated you. Not that that's an excuse, but that's all you know at the time. I've lived with a lot of shame throughout my life, and I refuse to be living in shame anymore. I'm just so thankful that I've come this far. I could have died out there. I went 37 days without eating. I came back, I was 89 pounds, malnourished, I was losing my hair. But anyways, so, whatever's mirrored back to us. What did the card say? I forgot already. 110, right? But yeah, I don't know who might have needed that, but you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Yes. Taking accountability. Yeah. Crying is healing. Taking accountability is healing as well, because when you keep denying that it was not your fault, you're doing yourself a disservice. Just be honest. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Because the truth is so powerful. What is that saying? Truth sets you free. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take time to know all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. But the only way you can do that is by taking accountability. So if you're not taking accountability, please look in the mirror and know who you are. Sometimes we don't like who we are, so we deny it, and we put it off. The longer you put that off, it's gonna get pushed into your face, because things are changing. We need to start waking up. We really do. We need to take our power back. And the only way you can take your power back is being honest, being open, and to a lot of things. Spirituality, most, I'm not telling people not to be religious, but to me, personally, religion just divides us. I used to consider myself a Christian. We used to. Like, being a Christian, how many different denominations are there, and why? If you believe in one God, why? I don't, anyways, whole different rant, I guess, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your time. And I'm not going to apologize for crying. It's part of my healing process, part of my journey. And there are times I get really emotional. I spent time with my daughter the other day, and I felt bad because I walked away from her because I didn't want her to see how sad I was. And then I used to tell them sometimes that I was sorry that I brought them into this world. But I'm not, because it's a beautiful experience. It really is. No matter what the hardships are, people look at you like you're crazy. That doesn't matter. Being authentic. Be who you are. Own up to all your shit. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, but knowing is half the battle, right? And going forward. So take all of that for what it is, I guess, or don't take it at all. It's up to you. I'm just here to try and help. Maybe one day I'll tell my story on here. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Bye.